God, what is going on? Woke up. Unquestionably my biggest ever. This is a unit.
Good morning, everyone. What's going on? I am out on the Mako 214 today with my main man, Tyler.
What up?
Better known as Sun's Out Fishing, just looking jacked as usual. Today we're out of Jupiter, Florida. We're looking for some pelagics today. We're gonna go load up on a bunch of live bait, hopefully catch some really big fish. Hope you guys will join us along for the adventure.
I am extremely excited about today because I'm heading offshore with my man right here, Morie. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you probably noticed that I typically stick to inshore fishing. So I was super excited when Ryan hit me up to go on this trip. One, I was just super grateful that he thought of me, and two, I'm excited for the opportunity to get out there and look for some big pelagics, which I normally never go fishing for. So we just dropped the boat in the water. We're in a Mako 21.4cc provided by Bass Pro Shops, and we're heading offshore to see if we can find some big fish. As always, I appreciate you clicking on this one, and I hope you enjoy the video.
So first stop of the day, we're actually going to hedge our bets, and we're gonna stop at my buddy's boat. My buddy owns a live bait business, so that's what he does for a living. He's always out up and down the east coast of Florida looking for live bait, but we're heading over right now, and we're gonna try and get some pilchards. Then we're gonna go try and catch some sardines ourselves. Appreciate it. See you, man. So we loaded up on all those pilchards from our bait, or from our, live bait buddies. But I also want to try and catch some live sardines if we can. We're at one of the local bait spots right now, just kind of driving around. I'm looking on the Garmin unit, seeing if I mark anything, because there's really no point in dropping a sabiki if I'm not marking any schools of bait. It's just gonna be a waste of time. So really cruising around, and I use the traditional sonar, and I also use the side scan to kind of look out wide a little bit and see just kind of what we're working with.
All right, so every successful fishing trip starts with having the right bait. So we're using the Garmin system here to try to mark them and locate them, and then we're gonna drop this rig down right here. This is called a sabiki rig. It basically resembles all the little microorganisms and plankton that these bait fish eat. It's a bunch of little tiny hooks with feathers on them. Got a lead down here at the bottom, and we're just gonna jig this around and see if we can get some baits in the boat. Technique here is just to let the sabiki rig sink down, hopefully run into the school of baits. I got one. So if you hold it for a little bit, you can try to get a stringer, which will be multiple baits on at once. That's what we're looking for right there. You gotta be careful when you're letting them string up, because the predators could try to take them right off of your sabiki rig, but we got lucky there with two nice baits.
Sardines, personally, they're one of my favorite baits. They swim the fastest, they go the deepest, and they go away from the boat down to where the strike zone's gonna be. Whoa, what do I got? Oh, lassoed. A little cigar minnow, actually. These definitely get eaten. I don't like them as much as sardines, just because I don't have as much experience catching cool stuff on them. Typically, I like to have just a little dehooker for these guys, so you don't have to handle them with your hands. The more you handle baits, the worse shape they're going to be in. But unfortunately, that was one of the couple things I forgot today, so we're doing it pier style.
We grew up on the piers, so we're getting back in touch with our roots today.
So we did catch a couple quick baits, but really just wasn't happening. Really not worth our time right now. Sun's still low enough that we're gonna have a decent morning bite, so we're gonna go take advantage of that with the baits we got. Let's head offshore. Okay, so first bait of the day is going to be this live pilchard. I'm hooking him on this triple hook rig. So you see we got 3 hooks here. It's very popular used by commercial fishermen here. Essentially, it allows you to not get cut off by toothy fish like kingfish, and still fish a fluorocarbon leader. So I'm gonna flip this bait out, see if he swims away from me at all. We're just gonna kind of free line him out here. We're in an area called the ledge, so it's a big drop-off area. There's a lot of difference in elevation, so it goes from like 100 feet all the way down to, I don't know, 200 feet really, really quickly. Not a lot of current right now, which is not ideal. You want some current to get the baits out away from you, and basically when there's a little bit of current, there's usually a better bite. So we'll see what happens on this first drift. We're always trying to set up, figure out what's going on. We weren't marking anything when we started the drift, but I figured we might run over some stuff. So I'm putting out the deep bait. So I just hooked on the pilchard here, a wire rig. I'll let him swim out wherever he wants to go. And I'm gonna let him out probably about 50, 60 feet. What I'm doing is I'm setting this up as a deeper bait. So all I'm gonna do is loop on a little rubber band onto my monofilament. It's not gonna hurt the line at all. And then I'm gonna loop in this bank weight. Now that is gonna get my bait down, but still allow it to look natural because the weight's really far away from the bait. We got a lot of marks down deep right now. So that's gonna get me a little bit more into the strike zone. When we get a bite, really all we're gonna do is fight the fish normally until we get to the weight, unloop the weight, and then just reel the rubber band through the guides and onto the reel. Not gonna hurt anything. Man, no current out here at all. Only drift we're getting is wind. Oh, there we go. This thing just got smoked. Oh, that might be it. All right. There we go. Oh, we were tight. Yeah, we're tight.
Good?
Yeah.
There we go, Ryan's hooked up. First fish of the day.
Yep. Pull and drag. Unhook that. It's just looped around it. There we go. There we go. The fish realized it's hooked now. See, I just reeled that rubber band into my reel. It's not hurting anything at all. Ripping. Might have us a bonita. We got us a bonita. Whoa! Here, as opposed to making the boat all bloody, I'll just flip them in. Bang! First fish of the day. We got us a classic bonita. We're gonna keep him just because, you know, you never know when you're gonna need more bait. They're real bloody. You can use them as plenty of bait, but not the best table fare in the world. So just gonna get the hook out, throw them in the cooler.
So far, not much action. One of the issues possibly is that we don't have a great drift going. There's not a lot of current out here, and when you're offshore, you really want some good current. It's really gonna make your chances a lot better, but we keep periodically checking the Garmin, seeing if we're marking fish. We've gone over some nice marks, but still waiting on that big bite. It's gonna happen. We still got some low light. Fingers crossed they start chewing. Finish our first drift. First drift kind of sets the tone to figure out like what's going on, where the boat's gonna move. And just the lack of current is really what's sticking out to me right now. So we might have to change our game plan up, change our spots up. But it's not like we're away from where everyone else is fishing. A lot of people are fishing and some people are catching out here. While we're waiting for a bite, I'm gonna drop down this vertical jig, 100-gram Johnny jig. I got it rigged up with some BKK Lentis assist hooks. We'll just see different presentations sometimes, man. You've been fishing live bait and you drop down a jig and suddenly it's just like, oh, they're eating jigs today, y'all. We weren't getting bites, but now we are.
Kate shoots at
Yeah.
me, I can't go.
Nice, fish on.
There you go.
Oh, we got a little mahi.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Let's see if there's anything else with him.
You guys gotta be what, 20 to the 4?
Yep, slide him over my way.
Ryan's gonna stick a gap in this fish. There we go.
Look at that.
That's some meat we're looking
Nice.
for right
Nice cow dolphin.
there. Nice.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
I promise you guys, I have not caught a dolphin since I was maybe 10 years old.
Oh, that long?
Yes, for real. I don't get offshore much,
Yeah,
man.
don't slide him off the gap right away unless you want him to freak out.
Alright, cool. I'm just gonna show him off. Alright, look at this beautiful little specimen. This is a cow dolphin, Dorado. Look at the colors on this fish. It's absolutely gorgeous in real life. I hope it's picking up on camera. These blue spots all over this teal and yellow body. This is such a beautiful fish and is gonna make one heck of a meal. So we're gonna get this guy in the box before he starts freaking out on us and get another bait in the water. Colin, the wonderful human behind the camera, was just looking at the depth finder and he's like, great marks at 75 feet. So I'm dropping the jig down there.
We got the deep bait down. It's probably in that vicinity, but just see a different presentation can make something bite. I always try and vary my retrieves with the jig, do a bunch of different stuff, because you really just never know what fish are going to react to. Like, you know, you can do a traditional slow pitch, real slow, making the jig trying to dance. You can also do it really fast, kind of rip it like a speed jig. Some jigs don't like this, but what I'm fishing right now, you can do this with. It's light enough. Like our first drift, we went straight north, and then the second drift, it pushed us offshore a little bit. This last one, we went offshore slightly, but...
All right, so here's what we got going on. Ever since we caught that mahi, it's been pretty dead out here, so we just moved out to 220 feet of water. We were way shallower earlier, so we set up a new drift. We got a couple rods suspended down low in the water column. Ryan's got a flat line on right there. We got no wire on because we're hoping to try to get some tuna. So I'm gonna throw this. This is the vertical jig. Ryan was throwing it a little bit earlier, but maybe we can get a tuna to eat this while we wait for the live baits to get hit. All right, well, I wasn't recording. I just got bit on the vertical jig. Doesn't feel like a very big fish, but it does feel nice to have something on.
You got a tuna bite.
Yeah, you think so? Ryan's calling it a tuna. We'll see. This is Ryan's setup, and it's really nice. Yeah, it's pretty close to bottom, I think. It's coming straight up. Not much resistance. I think it's gonna be like a blue runner or something. Oh, it's like a little Mako Jack. Well, here's a pretty cool little fish. Tiny one, they get a lot bigger. I believe this is an Mako. Do you know, Ryan?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, just look how he's a little taller.
So when Ryan says this fish is a little bit taller, he's referring to from here to here, I guess. There's another species called an amberjack, which is very, very similar, and they get huge and they fight. They call him House of Pain, but this is just his cousin. Just a little Mako Jack. I'm gonna pop these hooks out of here, let this guy swim. Just gonna head dive him. Sort of. There he goes. I'm gonna keep jigging, see if we can catch something else. It's a fun way to pass the time while you're shooting the breeze with the boys and waiting for the live baits to get hit.
Oh, we got a dolphin on this guy, on this guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Look, he's jumping out there. Ah. So, basically, we're all sitting here waiting for a tuna bite. I had the flat line out for a while, and I'm about to whip out a Red Bull, see if I can get, you know, a little caffeine energy going. But this rod just doubled over, the flat line doubled over, and we saw something jumping out there, and I was like, oh, hey, that's our bait. We got a little dolphin on the spinning rod. Not a huge fish, but enough to put some more meat in the box.
I hope I do not engage myself with the gaff.
You don't even need to gaff him. Save the blood.
Look at the scratches on him.
Save the blood.
Thank God.
Boom. Flip him in there. I'm gonna let him chill out. I'll show him to you guys in a second, but these things freak out when you throw them in the boat. Hook of choice today is a BKK all-arounder 5.0. You know, I just match my hooks to the size bait that I'm using. I really go back and forth on when I like to use circles and when I like to use J's. Today, with these live baits, I was just feeling J hooks, and the BKK all-arounder is always a good starting point. And yeah, man, just tying it on. Got a little 50-pound fluorocarbon made by Ocean Devil, and gonna flip that bad boy back out. But not a crazy rig or anything like that. You guys saw, basically we have the same rigs. The two down rods just have weights rubber banded on them. One's got wire, one has mono, or one has fluorocarbon. And this one, just literally free swimming with a little fluorocarbon leader. Got the live pilchard here. I just take the BKK all-arounder and I stick it through the throat. So this actually makes the baits swim down a little bit better. They don't live as long, and when you reel them in, you basically, you know, they don't basically live. So if you're very low on baits, I recommend nose hooking, but out here, middle of the day when the fish are gonna be a little bit deeper, even with the flatline rod, I like the bait to get down, so I give him a little jerk, it pulls his head down in the water column, and he's gonna swim down to about 20-ish feet, something like that. So, and I spread out here like 300 feet of water right now. See if we get another bite. If not, we're gonna reset. Oh, look at that, look at that.
Mike.
No.
No,
Oh yeah, he is. He is. I was so confused. Woo, that's a little better one.
Did I put another free line on?
Yeah, on the free line rod. Is there any followers?
Yeah, there is.
I just see him flash.
Hey, there's another flatline rod up here in the, what's it called? Woo! In the T-top. Okay. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw another faller. So maybe there were fallers. Check it out, Ryan is tight on a Mahi instantly after putting out another flatline bait.
Yeah, I said I wasn't gonna put another bait out too. I'm kind of glad I did.
So I'm gonna join him with another flatline. Take hooks and see if I can double up. You wanna go to my right?
Yep. So I'm leaving this guy in the water right now because we think we saw another Mahi, and I want Tyler to be able to catch that one too. So leaving him in the water will typically keep the other Mahi around the boat, keep him interested in what's going on. So we'll see. I don't really see anything right now, but I'm gonna leave him in for a second. If not, I'll flip him up, throw him in the box. Boom. For the most part, if I don't easily see the hook, I just give him the hook. I'll snip the leader and tie it up and tie a new hook on because it's just quicker, easier. And you don't get the boat all nasty, get all janky. Cute little dolphin, perfect eating size, no problem with that. So stoked to get this guy in the boat. Got another one that was a little bit smaller than him. And I'm gonna show you guys in a sec because there's something really interesting with the other small one. But this is a beautiful fish. Love eating these guys. They honestly one of the fastest growing fish in the ocean. So that's why they're always eating. They're always feeding on different stuff because this fish is less than a year old. When they're 40, 50 pounds, they're only 5, 6 years old. So yeah, they grow fast. So in order to grow fast, they need to eat a ton. And this guy choked that pilchard. My hook is all the way down the throat. So might switch to circle hooks now. Who knows? Depends on how I'm feeling on the day. But man, that coloration is gorgeous. And yeah, just having a great day out here, man. It's a great time. So this is the other one that I just caught, and look at how different the coloration is. He's changing colors now. He's not with us anymore, but it's very, very blue, crazy blue, and that's not why I wanted to bring him out. I actually wanted to show you guys, look at these marks on him. That tells me that some type of billfish, marlin, something like that, was trying to eat this guy, and he was able to get away. But this guy's seen some stuff, and the last thing he saw is the inside of this cooler.
We're just up here letting the time pass, and I've been throwing the jig and trying to work hard while this fish feels at least bigger than that Mako, Jack.
This is good. The way it's staying down, tail beating, pulling a little drag. This is why you fish the jig. We have 4 live baits out, deep, high, every depth, hooks up on the jig. So let's see what we got.
You can see the way I'm fighting this fish, I'm kind of just using the rod to pump him up, and then I reel down, pick up the slack, try not to ever go loose and slack with the line. Just keep working to the surface, moving fast. I think he's acting like a blackfin. Oh, it might be a bonita. No,
That's a bonita.
no, that's tuna.
Oh, it is.
Nice.
Swing him over to the right.
I lost my footing here. It's a nice tuna. He didn't fight as hard as I think he should have. My drag might be a little tight. There we go. Ryan just stopped. Nice. Hell yeah.
Blackfin in the boat.
Let's go, boys.
Woo! Heck yeah, man.
Let's go.
You were determined with the jig and you made it happen.
That's it, man. When you're out here, you got to take full advantage. I told you guys I don't get offshore a lot, so I'm going to work for him today, and it paid off with that one. Didn't have to bring any tackle. Here we go.
Almost lost the rod, buddy.
Oh my God. Ryan was just giving a rinse down.
This thing is ripping. Dude, we almost lost the rod. You see the rod holder bent? I don't know what this is. This is big. This is big. Y'all, I don't know what this is. We're gonna figure it out, but I think it very much could be a shark. We'll see. Kind of went straight down real slowly. Now we're getting some head shakes, but we'll give it time, see what it is. We got mono leader on there. I haven't gotten cut off yet, so it's definitely worth a look, worth a fight, especially in the middle of the day. See what we got going on. My buddies literally in the last couple months have hooked big yellowfin tuna out here, which is not normal at all. So being where we are, how we're fishing, the fact that I haven't been cut off, I gotta fight this thing and at least just give it a shot, just to like see what it is.
because you just never know, man. You really never know.
Blackfin tuna, unquestionably my biggest ever.
That's epic, dude. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. I've only caught a couple, and recently too, but what was so cool about that sequence is Ryan was dispatching this fish and he was cleaning up the deck, and then one of the rods, it was kind of chaotic, so I don't know if I was filming on my GoPro, but one of the rods took off and it almost actually came out of the rod holder, and now he's still tight on this fish. It's probably been about 5 minutes since he hooked up. So, man, fingers crossed. You guys know I don't have that offshore experience, but I'm feeling optimistic that it might be a real big tuna. They're thinking shark possibly, but we'll just have to find out.
Update. We're about 10 minutes into this fight, man, and I'm still very unsure what it is. You know, I always, out here, Jupiter, Florida, there's no shortage of sharks. So I'm always gonna lean towards something big and heavy like this, probably being a shark. But at this point, we're in the middle of the day. It's around noon. We're not really wasting any time. All we're gonna do is go back in and try and catch some bait. So I'm gonna fight this thing as long as it takes to get some color, see what it is, because it's a big wide ocean. There is no fences out here, and you never know what it could be. You know what actually happened the last time I was fishing this reel with this same mono on here? I hooked something underneath the pier when I was snook fishing. Pretty sure it was a shark, and it just drugged this mono through the pier's piling. So pray for me, y'all. It's not looking good. I can feel it. It's a little chafed. You're tight?
I'm not feeling like significant weight, but man, this is awesome. The fact that there we go. Oh, this might be another tuna. The fact that the jig is producing this is so epic. I'd rather catch a fish on artificial over live bait any day of the week. This one is really acting like a tuna. See what he does where I have to catch up to him?
These two things apart, Tyler.
Yep. So I gotta be real cautious here because Ryan's still fighting this big fish, so I just gotta make sure that I stay out of his way.
So it is hot, it is sunny out here, and I'm stoked to be wearing hooded apparel. And Pelagic is actually one of the sponsors of this trip. They sent Tyler and I some epic gear, and so if you guys want to check out any of the gear that we're wearing, any of the clothing or anything like that, you guys can go ahead and check it out, linked below. I have a shark, boys. Yeah, you got a tuna?
No, it's a bonita.
Oh, all right. So that is some type of species of shark. 6 foot long, sandbar, dusky, something like that. I think it's a sandbar with that big fin. What we thought was a shark turned out to be a shark. It wasn't anything cool. Like 6 foot long, dusky. You can let him look up. And basically all we're gonna do is we're gonna snip it real close because we don't want to get lose any fingers today. And this really small hook is gonna rust out very quickly. And we're gonna let him go and live a happy sharky life. Boink. Adios. Gonna do one more drift. I mean, you caught a tuna on the jig, so we had a chance to catch a couple more. No doubt. For sure.
All right, boys and girls, we got another fish on the jig. I mean, the jig is really outperforming the live bait. The only thing in the recent pass on the live bait has been that shark, so jig's doing work. Shout out to Pelagic, by the way. They're sponsoring this video, and I'm rocking their gear right now, and I think I got the lucky tuna shirt on because it's got a tuna on the back, and I'm in the meat on them, so I think this is another tuna, man.
Is it?
Yeah. If you guys are interested in any of the gear that I'm rocking, or any of the gear that Ryan's rocking, there'll be a link down below so you guys can check them out.
That's a nice tuna too.
And there's another one with him.
Is it really?
Yeah,
oh, now he's pulling drag.
Yeah, finally getting one to pull drag. These fish don't pull drag against me, they know. It's a waste of time.
Woo!
Whoa.
Dude, he finally woke up.
He just woke up. He woke up.
Fine though, you don't have to palm it. Nothing for him to break you off on out here.
I mean, but that's not a shark?
No.
Wow.
I'm right behind you, Tyler.
Look at that drag screaming action. I haven't had a fish pull drag like that in a while.
That was a good rip.
Really nice. I don't got the YouTube drag either. I mean, I got a pretty decently tight drag to drive the hook. This fish has me working, losing my breath a little bit. This is so awesome.
It's honestly more fun on the jig than it is on the live bait. So it's kind of cool that he's actually getting bit on the jig, but it's surprising to me that 0 tuna have come on live bait. Both have come on the jig so far.
I think it has to do more with the angler than anything.
Oh, for sure. Wide gaps for tuna right in the meat. Oh, that was why he was in the chase.
That was insane. This tuna just came both sided. Ryan stuck him with the gaff and then pulled him out of the water, and 2 seconds later, a nice shark.
Giant dusky just came by the boat.
Came by. That dusky wanted my lunch, but he didn't get it. That's what's up, man. This is a blast. Super duper fun. We got to keep it going. What a nice specimen right here. This is a beautiful tuna. Look at his eyeball. They have huge eyeballs. That's why we're fishing fluoro and mono leader, because we're specifically targeting tuna at this point, and they're pretty smart fish, and that eyeball gives them a great ability to see big hooks and big leaders and wire leader. But it looks like, actually, check out right here, it looks like something might have grabbed him. He took that crazy run. I don't know if he was probably running from that shark that we just saw, and I don't know if he nicked him right there, but what a really beautiful fish. They have this ability to tuck their fins right against their body, flush against their body, makes them very streamlined, so they can move super duper fast through the water, built for hunting down bait fish and smoking them. So another great tuna. We're gonna get this one in the box. It's gonna make some more awesome sashimi or poke bowl or something like that. We just bled out that tuna, put it on ice. But I just wanted to say, it is absolutely incredible anytime that an artificial lure is out fishing the live bait. So check it out. I just wanted to shout out this jig. This is made by Johnny Jigs. It's got some BKK hooks on it. It's 100 grams. We're throwing a 50-pound leader. This really nice rod that Ryan's let me borrow. It's a prototype, actually. But it's just so sick, man. I'm really enjoying myself out here fishing for tuna. It's something I don't get to do often, and I'm just blessed to be out here. I actually enrolled Ryan, and now he's throwing the jig as well. So we still got the live baits out, but we're gonna get the jigs back out because they are working. So stay tuned. Let's see what else we can find.
Unbelievable. Man catches, I had a brand new jigging rod. Man catches the first 2 fish on it. It's basically his rod now. I just have to give it to him. So yeah, I'm jigging. I actually tied on the exact same jig, similar leader size to him. So very similar presentation, but sometimes certain people just got it and other people don't. And who knows, I might not have it today. Well, there's stuff blowing up on top over here. But even this last tuna that Tyler had, there was another one with it. So we know there's plenty of tuna out here. Our buddy caught 6 this morning, so we got some catch up to do. So update, it's still hot, but luckily we're getting that afternoon wind. We actually pulled inshore here. We're in about 18 feet of water at one of the local bait spots. And I decided to try it out. Didn't see anyone fishing here, but pulled up and there was decent bait marks. And we've caught a couple sardines, a couple cigar minnows, which are better baits actually than the pilchards that we had this morning. Tyler's got exhibit B right here. That's a cigar minnow, so that's the second best bait that we can find today. And we're looking, we also got a couple full-size sardines, and that's my favorite bait. Double header. All in the boat. Love to see it. Sardines are exactly what we want. Love these things. They swim so good. Fish absolutely love to eat them offshore. That is one beautiful bait fish. Makes me happy, man. So this is a cigar minnow. They definitely swim a little bit faster than sardines. And in my experience, the way we're fishing, it's not as good of a bait. Not that they don't work, they absolutely work. Kingfish still love them, Blackfin still love them, but I'm absolutely throwing these things in a well and I will absolutely fish them. Well, the update is someone turned the wind on. We had times today where there literally wasn't a breath of wind, and now we have all the wind. It's probably blowing 20 miles an hour. A lot of white caps out here. This Mako 214 is handling it like a champ. But yeah, it's probably a reason that we're one of the few boats out here, and the fish aren't really biting that good. But we'll see what happens. Sun's dropping, still got plenty of baits left, and still fishing, so that means I haven't quit yet. Just hooked up in this super rough stuff on one of the deep baits. Man, it is not calm out here. Pushing the limits of what I wanted to fish in, the roughness that I wanted to fish in today. But we're winding on a fish, so we're happy to be doing that, man. I'd feel a lot more confident based on where we are if I would have got bit on any of the other rods. But this one's just got the tiny little hook and 50-pound leader. And this is an area where there can be a lot of toothy critters. It's just staying on top, kind of weird. Could just be a bonita. Let's see, nothing like hanging out in 4-foot nasty seas for a bonita. Well, caught us a bonita. So we stayed out here in all this rough weather for. It's your lucky day, buddy. I am just chumming my life away right now because we're not going to be out here that much longer. Plenty of bait still left in the tank. So I'm going to make the most of these opportunities just by throwing a bunch of live chum out and just seeing if we can get something crazy going.
I mean, I'm feeling great. I'm still optimistic. Still super grateful to be out here doing some offshore fishing, but obviously I wish the bite was a little hotter and I wish the seas were a little calmer, but we can't complain. We're really blessed to be out here fishing on a Monday, so if we could bring it all together and get some nice fish in the boat, it'll be incredible.
Yeah, rip and drag. Rip and drag. That's what we like to see. Getting chased by a shark, 100%. Probably getting sharked. Yeah, I just got sharked.
No way.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. Just got eaten by a shark. Ah! So dumb. Definitely well, pretty positive. Had a kingfish. Ate it, ran down, then started sprinting straight up, and I figured it got sharked. The minute it changed directions like that, I knew a shark was on it. And not much you can do about it, man. Sucks though. Sun's getting low, mega rough still. Thunderstorms are coming. The world is giving us a sign. We're headed back to the dock. We'll see you guys back at the dock. We are back at the ramp now. Got the boat out of the water, but there's still a lot of fishing that has to happen. So we'll see you guys for day 2. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2. Day 1 was quite the debacle between all the weather changes, how hard we worked for the fish, but got the exact same crew today. Colin behind the camera, Tyler right here, ready to go.
Let's go.
Back pain and all, and still rocking a whole new set of pelagic gear because they sent us a bunch of stuff. But we're headed back. Very similar game plan right now. I'm gonna get some live bait from my buddy Matt. He should have some sardines for us, and like I said on day 1, sardines are one of my favorite baits, so we should have a couple dozen of those, and we're gonna get out while the light's still low and try and catch a couple fish. Oh, I told you guys about this last time, but this is actually my buddy Matt. We used to fish together a long time ago, commercial fishing and stuff like that. This is his live bait business here in Jupiter, Florida. So if you ever need anything, I'll have some stuff linked down below to Matt's live bait business. If you guys are in Jupiter and want to get some live baits, he takes the best care of them. How long you been doing it for now, Matt?
Been doing this now full time for 12 years. Whew. Since I was 20 years old.
That's a lot of sardines.
That's a lot of bait we've moved. But as you can see, nothing but quality. Big scoops for Ryan.
Back when we needed 20 kingfish to just like even hit cover expenses.
We were making a little run and Ryan spotted some fish busting, so rather than pass up the opportunity, we're gonna see what they are, throw a couple live baits out, see if maybe we get bit.
Sardine right there, that is gold, that is money. Hooking with the, I actually can't remember the name of these, but BKK makes them. And I basically fashion them into triple hooks. I just kind of slowly stick them through each other's eyes. Some companies make open eye hooks, but I found with the open eye hooks, they when you put a lot of pressure on them, they just open themselves up. So your knots get all jacked up, or like your knot can slip through that gap. The hooks can fall off of each other. So I just like slowly fitting these hooks through each other's eyes, and you can make a nice triple hook out of them. All right.
I got nothing going on here.
Nothing. Let's slowly reel them in. Try not to kill the baits. Yeah.
Oh yeah? How'd you do?
I think I lost like 5 or 6. Oh, 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 oh. Oh my God! Sailfish.
Oh, nice. Ryan is tight on a sail.
They started jumping at us, y'all.
Oh, I did not know what that was.
What is going on? Oh man, that thing is flared.
That is so
How's that for a morning wake up? Smoke the sardine. Oh my gosh, I was so confused at first. I was like, that is such a big king skying. But it's a nice Atlantic sail, y'all. It's kind of funny when stuff like that happens on the water. It takes your brain time to process what's happening. It literally like ate my bait and jumped at the boat. Like if that thing kept going, he was doing.
It was a tuna when it came
Yeah.
out, bro. Literally a massive tuna.
30 seconds prior to Ryan getting that bite, he was like, let's reel him in. Let's move
I
spots.
would have reeled in if you didn't say to hang out for a sec.
Dude.
Whoa!
Dude, that's a solid sail too.
Yeah, for Atlantic sails.
Yeah.
And it's brawling.
I'm gonna go over you.
Yep. These things are dangerous, boys.
Don't let that be.
Whoa, dude!
Just unclamp it, put the... Oh, you're on. Just put the gaff down, bro. It's fine. Just throw it on the ground. Reel on that fish, whatever it is.
Tyler is hooked up on the other rod, so I just lost my help. But I gotta get some gloves, get my hands on this sail real quick. Want to get my hands on it, get the catch, and get this beautiful fish released. Do you?
Yeah.
Excellent. How big?
Small. Not tiny.
He's decent.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Oh, he's good.
Behind you. Big, strong man.
I'm telling you, this
Gets
fish
beat up by a dolphin.
This fish is absolutely throwing it down.
Now he's out of the water.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
There you are.
Nice.
Grab that guy.
Yes, sir. All right, check it out. I am not kidding. Today is bang bang action pack. The amount of action we've had in the first 5 minutes of fishing. This guy smoked the threadfin herring. Compliments of the bait guy Matt on the triple hook rig. We started the video throwing these and we're throwing them here first thing today. Ryan's got the sail in the back of the boat, so let's get this guy in the box and go help out Ryan.
Nice start to the day, boys. Nice start to the day. All right. Hooks are out. Tyler, you want to bump me in gear real quick? Now I'm just gonna get some water through this fish's gills, man. Just get him a little bit revived, make sure he's good to go. Don't want any sharks or anything to get him, so we just got the boat in gear. I'm gonna work him through the water just a bit for a minute or two, and we're gonna let him go. And this just goes to show, man, we were not where we wanted to start fishing, but we saw some fish bust as we were heading out here. I'm like, hey man, we're in 70, 80 feet. There could definitely be some awesome fish around here. Sure enough, nice dolphin, nice sail to start the day.
Let's go.
Nice, great start to the day.
Are you kidding me?
Got plenty more baits. Got a mess to clean up in the front, a bunch of dolphin blood. It's all good things, man. All good things. Let's get back after it.
We have a little mixed bag in the well, so the first bait I put out was a threadfin herring, and Ryan put out a Spanish sardine. He got a sailfish and I got a dolphin, and now we just switched it up. He's got the threadfin on and I got the Dean on. So let's see what we can produce this time.
Dude, that thing's cooked. Oh.
There we go. On the jig. Oh, we got a shark under the boat too. Woo.
Thing is flared. Oh God.
Sharks there?
Bang. Poor man's tuna on the slow pitch jig. Something pull and drag, getting chased by sharks. We got him past the sharks though. We're gonna send this one back. Actually, do I want to save it? I think I want to save it. We'll save him for bait later, actually. We are in tuna grounds now. Looking for some blackfins. Been a lot of blackfins around, so swimming specimens right here. This guy's gonna go 1,000,000 miles an hour, hopefully right into a fish's mouth.
Whoa. Like that. Okay.
Ooh, I like the look of that. I like the look of that. That's very tuna-like. Rip and drag. Rip and drag. Oh yeah, boys. I don't know if he just pulled hook or he's just charging at me. I think he pulled hook. Yep. Dang, dude.
Hold on, I got a fish on this.
Nice.
Tied on the free line. Ryan was just fighting a fish and it pulled hook somehow. We might be
It was a nice
in a little school here.
Oh, I got cut.
Really?
Dude, that's a king, bro, all day.
King or a wahoo, dude?
Yeah, it could be a wahoo. Definitely, it could be definitely a who.
Well, turns out Ryan got cut, so.
Yeah, it just got cut off by whatever it was, y'all.
Mine just switched directions. That felt like a tuna move. Tuna circles where all of a sudden it feels like you lose the fish and you go slack for a second, but he's just spinning in circles down there. At least I think that's what this is. We'll see. Talking all this smack, it's probably a bonita. I'm taking my time with this fish, you know, there's no need to horse it. Ryan was just mentioning there's nothing for them to break me off on out here. You know, I'm used to snook and tarpon fishing around structure, and
Pier fisherman in you.
it's the pier fisherman in me that wants to horse these fish to the boat, but it makes more sense to let them tire themselves out. The one thing that you can run into is sharks, and there is a major shark problem in this part of Florida, but dude, it's a bonita.
Is it really?
Is it? Yeah, I think so. It's a bonita after all that. But you never know. If I would have horsed that fish and pulled hook and I would have never known what it was, it would have drove me crazy. Better not stick my hand in that water for too long. There it is. Just a bonita. Classic. These things freaking brawl. We getting them back or we put them in the cooler?
Keep him for now.
We're gonna keep this fish. They make very good bait, super oily and bloody, so we might use them later on for some bait.
A little update is that the morning started out really hot and not that much cool stuff has happened so far. But we're getting bites, we're getting a lot of cutoffs, so we think we've been running through little kings. We're kind of changing our tactics up, changing our rigs up. Hopefully not gonna get cut off as much, but when you switch over to wire and triple hooks, you might not get as many bites. So we're playing around, little you know, trial and error to see what we can do to get a fish in the boat.
There you go.
All right, we're in sharky territory, my friend.
All right, just got tight on a fish. It's acting weird. Okay, then finally I just got tight.
Getting chased too. Come on.
There we go, doubled.
Doubled up.
Your fish is better, I think.
Nah, I just had loose drag.
I got a big yellow tail.
No, you don't.
Oh yeah, it's a flag,
Dude,
bro.
you got a flag.
What do you got?
That's a long.
A little king?
Yeah, I would say that's a king, isn't it?
Nice.
Yeah,
Want me to cast him?
yeah, for sure.
Dude, that's a flag yellowtail.
That's a cool double. Yeah, he ate so slow. All right, boys, this is my first time gapping a fish, and God knows how long.
So I just saw that hook placement, and I'm really not putting much tension on it because it's hooked in the body. Very likely to rip out. Tyler's puckering right now.
Being very diligent.
There you go. Nice little king.
I went
There we
for the
go.
head, but what can you do?
There we go. Let's go up to the front of the boat here. Nice king on the spinner. Honestly, like much more fun to catch him on the spinner than it is on the conventional. But dude, that's why we switched up to wire, switched up to a little stinger rig. And you see these things are so fast, they eat so crazy. I think I had him in with the treb in the mouth and the J in the body, and the treb ripped out. But that is a nice freaking double header, man. And Tyler hooked up just before me.
Here's the other part of the double header, the other part of the equation.
Man caught a flag yellowtail.
This is a yellowtail snapper, one of the many species of snapper that live out here. We also get mangroves, which they call gray snapper, mutton snapper, but this is cool.
You see, if you look at those teeth, that's why we've been getting cut off all dang day long, because these guys have very, very sharp freaking teeth. This guy's going in the box. This is a great eating size, man. Stoked.
Look where he was hooked right here. That's where he's hooked with the treb.
That was actually the J hook.
Oh, the J hook.
Yeah. Runner dog, I think. Oh, dude, look how prime that bait is. I was just jigging and I caught this perfect little bait-sized bonito. So I'm actually leaving him in the water right now. We're reeling up one of our rods that has a wire rig on it, because this is a perfect bait for a really big kingfish or a nice wahoo. Look at that, y'all.
J hook.
Yeah. These hooks are a little bit small for him, but it's a rod that's already ready to go, rig that's already ready to go, and it's all wire, which is exactly what you need when you're fishing for kings and stuff like that. Drop him in, let him swim wherever he wants to go. So I'm actually resetting our drift, but since I got that nice bonita, I'm just gonna bump troll him back to the spot. Not in any rush. Fish aren't biting like crazy right now, and the reward that can come from catching a fish that wants to eat this thing is really, really good. So not going too fast. These bonitas can swim very, very fast. And it looked kind of dead when we threw him back in the water, but then he kind of kicked up again. So I think he's still got some life in him for a little bit. See what happens.
Roll it.
One put me in neutral. So we just got picked up on the bump troll on that bonita. Judging by the speed at which this thing is taking off, I'm very much thinking it is not the desired species. Sorry, I'm still chewing on lunch. Pretty sure we got a shark. Nice, heavy, no fast run. Doesn't even know it's hooked. I don't even think I'm gaining line. I think I'm just stretching the mono. And that's what you get when you try and catch something cool. Silly shark. Air jaws. Let's get back to fishing. We're making a last ditch Hail Mary. We're actually right next to the inlet, but we're fishing one last spot that I found a couple random fish at before. Who knows what we'll hook? Maybe we won't even put this in the video. Who knows? We'll see. Stay tuned. Animal. I have my snapper now. Hey! Drop back a dead bait. I was like, you know what? I might actually catch a snapper. That's a decent mangrove, y'all. That is a very decent mangrove. That's let's see if we can get a cooler measure. Bang, 0.
Oh yeah.
14.5-inch mangrove. That is a nice mangrove all day. These are actually one of the best eating fish. One of my favorite eating fish. They have crazy teeth too. I got bit by one of these as a little kid. And I was like, absolutely did not want to unhook any fish for a long time after that. But that one's gonna eat. I'm throwing that one in the cooler for sure. So I just got some of the dead sardines that are just floating or sinking to the bottom of the well. They're fresh though, so they hold together. They have a nice scent. And fresh bait is definitely the best bait. Dropping this back to see if we get any bites on dead, because the live has been working, but those Mako jacks are tearing it up. And I bet you there's other fish here. On the dead? Yeah. You just start working that thing.
Who knows what this is? At first I was hoping it was going to be some kind of nice bottom fish like a mutton, or then it started fighting hard, so I thought maybe there was a rogue cobia here, but Now it's seeming sharky, but you never know. I'm gonna keep fighting it as if it's a mystery fish.
Snapper on. While Tyler is trying to catch the big fish, I'm trying to catch the meat. That's another cute mangrove. Actually gonna let that guy go. Smaller one. He'd be legal, but he's not super huge.
Well, we just got eyes on this fish. It's a big Jack Crevalle, and it might go down as my biggest ever. I haven't got my hands on too many giant jacks, and this one looks like
Can you turn
a
that well
large
back on?
one. Just taking my time with this fish. At this point, I'd like to get it to the boat. It's just taking me in circles around the boat. The invention of these trolling motors has just been so helpful for anglers. Oh, Goliath on it. Goliath ate it. Oh, he just ate it. Goliath just ate it. He tried to.
Hang on.
Oh, the ultimate double coming up.
Trying to swallow that thing.
He really did.
Dude, that was nuts.
Did you see it on camera?
Yeah, I saw it.
That was crazy. I was working this fish in, not really having a care in the world, and a probably 300-400 pound Goliath just came up and
That was insane.
tried to mollywop it. Woo! Let's go.
Dude, that's a monster.
Oh,
Jack.
that is. He looks a bit bigger. He was suspended down in the water column, and I didn't think it was this big, but I will tell you this now. Without question, this is my PB Jack.
Is it really?
Without question.
That's sick.
Super sick. I get all my PBs fishing with Ryan.
Let's go.
Let's go, man. This is a unit of a Jack Crevalle. These things fight so hard. They're so aggressive. They get a ton of hate, but I don't see how you can hate on these animals. They are super duper cool. Really happy I got this one. Once again, my PB. I'm just stoked on it. I mean, people don't get super excited about jacks, but I still do. What an awesome fish. As always, that was an absolute blast fishing with my boy Ryan. We're tapping out, we're getting out of here. We tried for that Goliath, but as you guys saw, we are just not prepared. But the highlight of today was definitely that sailfish. That thing was so vibrant and lit up. That was amazing.